This week on the Spotlight, we congratulate Joe Madden, new manager of the Cubs, Paul Molitor, new manager of the Twins. Tom Thibodeau speaks out as the coach of the Bulls. He has interesting stuff to say, as does Tony Snell, looking ahead to the big-time road trip. George Bell, that's going back to the 90s with the Cubs. And so is making sausages at a Bears game. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Calabria Imports. That's where I go for Italian food, deli food. Mention this TV ad and get 10% off. Catering and sandwiches. It's at 1905 West 103rd Street. They have great stuff, and you should get it at Calabria Imports. Wax on, wax off. Great salon and spa. Haircuts for men, women, head to toe, nails. 312-226-1473. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company does real estate investments. They want you to buy Chicagoland properties, providing profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Make some money. Call 773-456-3057. Union Park Bar and Grill. Open at 11 a.m. daily. Huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers, great staff, a parking lot, daily specials, always fun at Jackson and Racine. Every time I go to Union Park, I have a great time. So go there, Jackson and Racine, lunch, dinner, you name it. Lisa Davis Insurance and Tax Services at 107th and Western specializes in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution. They have insurance, auto, home, life, and business. You can call them at 773-873-8977. Lisa Davis for all your financial services. Amelia's Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Le Mode Cerdo, Portrero and Mar, Ceviche al Limon, Salmon al Carbone. New cocktail menu, margaritas, martinis, and sangria. Great stuff at Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. You'll be glad you went. We're back in the Spotlight, and the Bulls are early in the year, of course. And it's always interesting to find out what kind of things Coach Tom Thibodeau likes to work on. He certainly wanted to find out what's not right with his team. He's never satisfied, and a coach shouldn't be. So we get kind of into it. And I was kind of intrigued because this is something that his team, I should say Thibodeau teams, are known for. And it's a stat that he's not pleased with. So he talks a little bit about what these new Bulls are working on these days and gets pretty deep, using a championship Bull as a prime example.
Tom, Joe's status?
He's up.
Will he travel with you guys up to Milwaukee tonight?
Not tonight, no.
He got tomorrow too then?
Yeah.
Beyond that?
No, we'll see where he is, tomorrow. We just want him to get rest tonight, so.
So is there, would he travel up on his own tomorrow if he's feeling better?
Oh, well, we'll send someone for him. Hopefully he'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He will be traveling by himself.
Got it.
Yeah.
And what about Derek? He seems after he talked to us that he seems like he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's going to warm up, and then we'll know after he's done warming up.
Okay.
Taj is good. Jimmy's good.
They're playing?
Yes.
It just seems like an unbelievable amount of discussion of health issues early in the year. Do you find that, or are you good with talking about it, or are you tired of it already?
Well, you just take it as it comes. You know, that's all part of it. It's not, you know, injuries happen, people get sick. You know, it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And you know, I feel good about our team. We get, you know, whenever somebody's out, it's an opportunity for someone else to step up and get it done. So, you know, we have quality players on our team. We have to go out there and play as a team.
Rebounding's been one of your concerns, and you get Vucevic tonight, who's a very good rebounder. Is it a measuring stick to go up against someone like that when you consider how you're rebounding?
Well, you know, the rebounding is critical to win, you know, to be consistent winning. And, you know, every game to me is a measuring stick because it reveals exactly where you are. And, you know, the Magic they're a talented team. They're young. Vucevic is a load. He's highly skilled. They spread you out. They're quick to the ball. So they have good size. You know, when you look at the size of Peyton at the point, you know, when that ball's up in the air, we got to go after it.
You go with Gasol at 5, or you go with Taj at 5, do you go with 5?
Well, you know, Powell is more of a center and Taj is more of a power forward, but both guys actually play both positions, so it'll be interchangeable.
Do you rely on scrimmages to work on rebounding improvement, or do you have particular drills for this?
Both. You know, I think there's, you know, you want to show them first, you know, so we usually will watch the film, and then, you know, we'll make it a point of emphasis. We'll do some drills, but then we want to see it translate over into the scrimmages and the, you know, the live contact. So, and usually, you know, like that's the case with almost every aspect of the game. Obviously, you can't work on everything every day. So, if you feel like you need work in one particular area, you'll shift to that and try to shore that up, and then you may do that well for a while, and maybe it's something else. You know, it's you know, could be your low post defense, could be your catch and shoot defense, could be your defensive transition, could be sustaining your spacing on offense, your drive and kick spacing, your post feeds. So, you know, you try to pick out two or three things on both sides of the ball and address those things in practice.
4 games in 5 nights. Do you change anything rotation-wise or minutes restriction-wise? Anything like that?
No. We have a, you know, pretty good rotation, and you know and I want everyone ready, and that's, you know, why we work the way we do is, you know, when there is an injury or someone goes out, that guy who steps in, everyone moves up a spot. So now a guy who is coming off the bench starts, and a guy who wasn't playing is now in the rotation, and that's how close you always are to being in. And that's why it's so important for everyone to be ready all the time. And, you know, that's what we have to do.
Here in the early going, what would be the offensive element that you're going over and working on now with drills and video?
Well, I think the big thing is, you know, we're still learning each other, and, you know, getting to that second and third option, sustaining the spacing, and making the simple pass. We have a lot of really unselfish players. Guys are trying to make plays for each other, which is all good. And oftentimes there'll be, you know, a pretty good swing of the ball and good movement, and then the penetration, and a guy will make a play and then stand and watch, and we can't do that after you penetrate, you know, the second time. We have to get back out so that next guy, when he puts it down, you know, he can go somewhere and make a play. So, you know, finishing your spacing, your timing and spacing is also always something that you can work on.
And we'll have more Bulls coverage in this program. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass.
Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th.
We're watching Derrick Rose warm up. He looks fine to me. And if it was my decision, I would say he should play 25 minutes tonight. And I hope Tibbs agrees. But seriously, it's early in the year. You don't want to overwork people. He did have a couple of ankle tweaks just a few days ago, so you want to be smart with this. But Coach Tibbs is always having to answer questions about, is it a game time decision, blah, 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 blah. And we're not even out of November yet. However, despite all that, a young man named Tony Snell is a guy who's part of the bench mob, the new and rejuvenated bench mob, and he has some very interesting facts about how this bench mob is competing with the starters, and it's something that the starters aren't liking, if you know what I'm trying to say. We're back in the spotlight, and this is the time of year the Bulls start heading out for their long circus road trip. And I'm going to get some help going way back to the days of Horace Grant. I used to get help analyzing this trip, and Tony's going to help me this time around. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about the new evolution of the bench mob. And there's been a lot of positive things written and said about you and that group. And there is the rumor floating around that the bench mob often beats the starters in practice. What about that?
It's good because, like on the bench, you gotta compete against the starters. Make sure the starters is doing what they're doing, and vice versa. Make sure that we doing what we're doing. So we're just trying to compete hard in practice and just try to go hard.
Who are some of the more fun matchups, including yourself, when you guys are going at it head to head?
It's really good to see Joe and Taj go at it. They go at it a lot. Me and Jimmy, we go at it. Doug and Mike, they go at it. Derrick Rose and Aaron Brooks, they go at it a lot. So everybody go at each other. But you'll hear a lot from Joe and Taj. They're the main ones talking a lot. So that gets us going to try to compete better.
That's a wonderful thing. It can only make your club better. But to go a little bit more about that, as we head on into November, you'll be on the trip. And you've gotten a little bit under your belt now. You know about team bonding on the Western swing and whatnot. What does Coach do to try to keep you guys together and focused on basketball when you're so far away from home?
You just make sure that we know our personnel. Make sure the game plan before we play against the team. Make sure we got to study them a lot so that we try to beat them as much as we can.
And how about like team activities? You go out to meals together, movies. What kind of stuff have you done as a group that's fun?
Some teammates, we just go get something to eat, and just get some food, and just talk, try to get closer, and try to bond together. And some go to the movies, but most of us go to restaurants to go eat.
Okay, and now a little bit about the we'll call it the middle of the trip. I think I mentioned two teams to you the second week. I'm pretty sure it's Denver and Utah. Can you comment on each one of those and the challenges they represent?
Denver, they're a really good team, for real. He's a really good rebounder. We got to block him out. He gets every rebound. And they like to push and transition, so we got to sprint back on defensively. And Utah, they're like an uprising team. They got Howard. He's a really good player, so we got to try to stop him. and they got favorites, a really good rebounder and scorer on the block. So we got to try to stop them.
What do you do differently on the road from your in Chicago preparation for a game?
Before the game, when I come here, I come here early, so I try to get a lot of shots up and try to study my personnel. Away games, you know, we on the road, so we all have to be in the gym at the same time. So I try to go as early as possible and try to study.
Yeah, I've seen you here extremely early doing your homework. I don't know if I should reveal to the crowd how early you're here, but I got here a little after 4, and we were walking down the hallway together, and I'm like, wow. And my biggest concern, and I don't mean it's in a negative way, is that you save some for the game.
Oh yeah, of course you save something for the game, but hard work's always going to pay off. So I try to prep myself as early as possible and try to stay ready.
And when you're making your threes, there is some muscle memory involved, I think.
Yeah, yes, definitely. You got to have muscle memory. You got to make sure you got to see the ball go in, builds your confidence up.
I know that you got about 5 hot spots that you go to. Can you reveal what is your favorite?
I really don't have a favorite. It's just whenever I'm open, I'm gonna shoot it and hopefully it goes in.
I haven't played in a long time, but mine used to be the top of the key.
Top of the key?
Yeah.
Top of the key is the easiest three.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like a
Besides the corner, the top is
it's like a long free throw.
it's a long three, yeah, like a long free throw, exactly.
And then when I would frequently miss, I'd be able to follow it down the lane. People would kind of lay off me. They didn't think I could go to the offensive board.
Oh, okay. Go in there and get the rebound.
They said, "Who's this chunky guy going down the lane?" But seriously, more about your play. The offensive board is an area that it's kind of like almost a mystery. Some people have the knack for it. Joe, I know, among your teammates. And I noticed Gasol, too, has been doing some damage there. What about yourself as a guy who can sneak in and get one of those tip jams?
Yeah, I make sure that I got to read my defender. If he's not looking at me, I'll go crash. But if he's like looking at me, I got to sprint back and transition just in case, you know, the good transition teams who push it and try to score easy on them, make sure I get back on defense.
I know I've said this to you in the past, but body type, you have a lot of Scottie Pippen qualities going, you know, and I think of that knifing through and your wingspan. Those are things that can really set you up to be a dangerous defender.
Yes, definitely. I want to use my length and use the best of my ability to try to stop my defender. Of course, I got my teammates there supporting me, try to help me out defensively, but I try to use my length as much as possible.
And then once you get that batted pass, it's down the other way.
Yeah, down the other way. Got to get the transition, easy buckets.
Let's bring that back to when you guys are doing well in your games against the starters. If you tip something, who are you looking for on the break? Probably Brooks.
Probably Brooks, because he's really fast. Like he pushes real fast, so he draws a lot of attention. So that gives me and McDermott open for the shots, or Taj for the putback dunk.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of excitement. I mean, do you feel the new excitement of this modified roster and Derek back? It's got to be a little different than parts of last year.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, we have a lot of weapons this year. We have Powell, who's a really good rebounder. We have McDermott, who's a really good shooter and defender too. So we just got a lot of tools and just try to put it together.
Yeah, I watch you guys late in games, and Coach comes over and, you know, he's doing the diagram, and you guys look so intensely into it, but you're on the same page, and I think that's gonna lead to some really important late wins.
Yeah, definitely. We got to build championship habits.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Grade of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You know you should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink,
Great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie.
On a very unpleasant day for baseball at Wrigley Field, the opener is history, and the Cubs have fallen to the Cardinals. It's that scratchy, scrimpy, rabbit-like St. Louis attack that did it, with those bases-loaded walk, the bases-loaded ground balls, and what can you do? The power attack wasn't there for the Cubs today, except for Sean Dunston, who hit one out and played the total game with fine defense and also a very nice bunt. Danny Jackson made his Cub debut and looked strong. Also, Gary Scott, the new third baseman, looked pretty sharp. And the left fielder, George Bell, an interesting occasion. Let's see if we can talk to some of the new guys and the old guys. Baseball is back at the friendly confines.
How about the special situations that Wrigley Field has? Seemingly easy to hit home runs in the summer, and also some crazy place to play left field.
Well, people think it's easy to hit a home run. I don't think it's easy, because I can go out there right now and pitch you 100 pitch. I guarantee hit one out. And that's the way it is this game. People think they hit a home run it's easy. It's no better than the wind blowing out. But if you got a power, you're gonna hit it out of the ballpark anyway. People think come here and then play for the Chicago White Sox is George is gonna hit 60 or 70 home run. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. We go see it during the summer if you have a chance to hit few.
How about playing defense here? People have sometimes.
Oh, my defense. I don't worry about my defense. I worry about my offense.
You lost the game, though. Individually, when you're able to show all your different skills like you did today, it's got to be a pretty good feeling, especially this early in the year, game one.
Well, I'm just trying to do the best I can. Just try to help my team win. We have a good team, and they all pick us to win, and we have one of the best teams on paper, but you have to go out there and prove it, and that's what I'm trying to do.
What do you see differently about yourself in 1991? What will make you a better player this year?
Well, just try to play consistent, because I go in spurts where I'm real good, and then I go in spurts where who am I? So I'm just going to go out there and play, and whether I'm doing good or doing bad, I'm just going to go out there and hustle, do the best I can, don't pout. If a ground ball's hit up the middle, I'm going to try to get it. Ball hitting the hole, I'm going to try to get it. Just dive. Just go out there and just do the best I can and just show everybody that whether I'm doing good or bad, I'm hustling.
I eat antipasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
Oh, yum, yum. We're back in the spotlight at Soldier Field in the parking lot tailgating, and there's great atmosphere here when you can get out on a freezing cold morning real early after a hangover Saturday night and party with the patrons. Seriously, though, it's about time on the program to get inside and examine the Bears and Redskins. Another titanic struggle. Would the Bears get revenge for being eliminated from the playoffs a couple of times by Washington? Watch this. The late, great Leo DeRocher would have benched Johnny Bailey at this point for his indecisiveness and letting this ball roll out at about the 1 foot line. What was he thinking about? And what was Mo Douglas thinking? Watch him in the foreground here when he jumps offside on this punt. You can't precede the ball. That's a pretty basic rule. Unbelievable. It set up a bad punt by Maury Buford, and that would contribute greatly to a situation in which Chip Lohmiller, who never misses, put the Redskins in front, 3-0. Now, Mark Rypien didn't look great, but he did here in hitting Mr. Clark for 15. They were chopping up the Bears all day that way. Rypien's underrated, but so is Art Monk, one of the all-time greats who catches it and puts the Skins ahead, 10-0 at the half. The Bears a bit desperate in the third quarter. Harbaugh throwing and throwing and throwing. On 3rd and 3 and a crucial point in Washington territory. No good. Then on 4th and 3, an ultra-crucial point in the game. Jim Harbaugh comes up empty, almost intercepted. But the ball came back. The only time they hit the tight end, RoboCop, into your living room, pounding down, getting close. And Neil Anderson, up over the top, cuts the lead to 10-7. And the Bears were in the game, and they sensed it. And so did the fans, who were going wild at that point. The Bears came back on offense again. And Harbaugh would find, Monty Coleman, wrong jersey, big trouble. That set up Rypien, who brought the Skins right back, and he finds who else but Art Monk for the clincher. We talked to Monk, but first to Wilbur Marshall in the Skins locker room.
Well, you got a proud team, and they believe in their system and what they want to do, and a lot of people are taking other good players off team. But, that's something to do with the owners and what they really want to do and what they want to spend. And that's what it's going to come down to if they want to spend that money to get players. So, I know they believe in their players and the players believe in themselves because I was one of them. And that's all that matters, even with this team. You got to believe in yourself, and no matter what kind of talent you got, things are going to work out.
A nice ending for the game for you to get that interception in the end zone.
Oh, drop one, so figure somewhere, I guess. Say, well, we'll give you one.
We have a lot of respect for them. Coming into this ball game, we still do. And we just knew we couldn't take for granted just because we're 5-0 up until this point. We had to come in and play tough and, just try to make some things happen.
Did you see more zone defense?
Well, no, past couple of weeks we've seen a lot of man coverage. And Bears, I guess like the Giants and Phoenix are trying to play some zone. We've been a team that has some trouble going against zone, especially with our passing game. So I guess, maybe that's the reason why.
It's tough right now. But, hey, look at the two teams we've played. They're great football teams. I'm sure they're favorites in all your books and everything to go to the Super Bowl. So,
The Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.